No January transfer signings expected at the club of Man United unless otherwise. The need is really huge. Erik ten Hag colliding with Sir Jim Ratcliffe and INEOS on who is supposed to be the competitor with Rasmus Højlund as far as the centre forward position at the club of Man United is concerned. I'm going to let you know what is INEOS proposing, what is Erik ten Hag proposing, and Dan Gore has a new say about his new side where he's going to play his remaining 6 months of his football art. That is all about Newport, and then Port Valley. And lastly, there is a United youngster that is going to hate to be loaned again, and it looks like it's all about getting these people the perfect positions for them to play. Welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. Now, the Muslims Barak Laufikum, it's a Friday, Juma Karim to the Muslims, and hope you guys will go to the mosques, flock them, and really exalt the Most High. Now, let's start it off with the story coming in from Lolly Whitwell, United correspondent for The Athletic. He also does that Manchester United's January transfer plans will remain unchanged despite Anthony Martial's undergoing groin surgery that is expected to keep him out for 10 weeks. The club are not projecting any major signings, and even Alhone arrival has been ruled out at this stage, with Manchester United spending severely restricted by profit and sustainability PSR rules. So I've been one of the people that has been backing this ever since we are linked to Timo Werner, that we want to bring him in. I see no reason of us getting in a player. Even on Karim Benzema, the stories of Karim Benzema that I'm going to hate to be doing on a regular basis on this channel, I've not backed us getting in what we call people or players. No way, because we are having enough players. I said unless otherwise, we cash in, and then we get players to replace those players. But I see no reason as to why we should continue to trim this squad. The players that are going to hit to leave the club are real okay, and we should look forward to what is the best for the club. And we're here to obviously come up with the best of the best. And how do you come up with the best of the best? It's by getting into reality. And ask yourself, do we have enough squad if at all these players are really fit? I tell you yes. I've been one of the people I've always gonna hate to come here to read to you how good we are when it comes to having players, but the problem that we've been having is injuries have gone ahead to affect our season. When you look at the goalkeeping department, Andrew Onana, Tom Heaton, Ben Deyer, we are covered in that position very, very well. When you look at the right back, Dalo, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, we are covered. Left back, Luke Shaw, and Tyrell Malacia. Right? Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malacia. Central defense, Varane, Lisandro Martinez, Harry Maguire, Lindelof, John Evans, Kambuala. 6 central defenders. What else are we looking for? I think we are covered in that department. Then we go to the midfield. Casemiro, Amrabat, Scott McTominay, Eriksson, Kobe Menu. You get? Then we are having Bruno Fernandes. I think those midfielders are really enough for the club. Right attacking side of the midfield, we are having Anthony and Amadi Diallo. Even Garnacho has shown us that he plays better when he's playing onto the right attacking side of the midfield. On the left attacking side of the midfield, Garnacho, Marcus Rashford. Leading the line, Anton Martial, Rasmus Højlund, Marcus Rashford. So I think we are really covered. We are really covered to the fullest, and I see no reason as to why we, as a side of Manchester United, should even worry about what signing we should be bringing in. So I agree with INEOS that It makes no sense to get in players during the January transfer window. Now, those that are really getting out of the club, it's okay. Let them really exit the club of Man United, and we have a better plan. Let them go to the loans, and if at all they perform very well, then they will have to obviously assess and make a very good projection. But the squad we are having is really enough, and it can compete on any day. And the beauty of it is that we are left in only 2 competitions. If the Champions League was there, or the UEFA Europa League, I tell you, Man United would have gone ahead, obviously need to get in another player, because we'll be playing 2 games almost a week. Now, after that, there is a bit of disagreement that I've always gone ahead to call in for as a fan of Manchester United, because I would love to see the bosses having an argument with the manager, to prove to everyone that this player is fit for the position. And the hugest war is between Brobbey and Ivan Toney. And we've been told by Lord Whitwell that Ten Hag likes Brobbey, 21 years of age, after their time together at Ajax. Then, while Man United are watching Ivan Toney's return to the Premier League football with Brentford. So, Erik Ten Hag fancies Brobbey to return and play for the club of Manchester United. To come in through and play for the club of Man United. INEOS is going in for Ivan Toney. And for me, as Rock and David, I'm really excited. People won't look at this in my angle, because everyone has his own decision that has already been made. But for me, this is what I've always gone ahead to like at the club of Man United. I want to see Erik Ten Hag sat with the board that knows the game. The board will front a player, like in this case, Ivan Toney. Then they'll defend the fact as to why Manchester United needs Ivan Toney. After that, we will see, I repeat, we will see Ten Hag coming in through with the notes of Brobbey, and as to why Brobbey is the best fit to come in through as a second striker at the club of Man United. I've loved this. Let me give you an example. When Man City was going to bring in Jeremy Doku, Pep Guardiola was not interested in signing Jeremy Doku. That is it. And his ideal signing was supposed to be Michael Olise, because he wanted to get in Michael Olise from Crystal Palace. Then Begiristan, Omar Berrada, the new CEO for Man United, formerly working at Manchester City, sat him down and told him, we need Jeremy Doku because of A, B, C, D. And these are the properties that Jeremy Doku is going to get you. You understand? So, when that was really given a go, they went ahead and sat him down and convinced him. And he also got convinced and got to know, all right, in Jeremy Doku, there is a better player than Mike Olise. And you see to it that Jeremy Doku is performing very well. And they've done it on very many signings. Rodri versus Jorginho. It had a divided opinion. Mikel Arteta by that time was still working with Manchester City, and Pep Guardiola were deciding with Jorginho. Begiristan and Omar Berrada, now currently the new CEO for the club of Man United, by then working at Manchester City, were siding with Rodri. And they had gone ahead to reach a time of not agreeing. No side was willing to concede that we need this one and you don't need the other one. And then Mauricio Sarri went ahead to intervene in that deal of Jorginho, and Jorginho went to Chelsea, and then Man City went ahead to get in Rodri. But ever since then, Rodri has gone ahead to show us that he's really a very good performer. And even this guy called Jorginho at Chelsea showed us that he's really performing at world-class levels. So that's the beauty of really having a competent board that runs the game of football. And I want to see David Brosfeld, Joan Cloud, Paul Michu, Ashworth, Berrada sat on the other side. Erik Ten Hag and his team you know, the coaches, the Van der Gaar, to come up with their analytics as to why Brian Brobbey is the best center forward we should get in through. And what is going to back Erik ten Hag in all this? It's how Rasmus Højlund is going to perform in these remaining games of the season. If he averages 20 goals a season, I tell you, if Rasmus Højlund averages 20 goals a season, of which he's left with 13 only to hit 20, then the board will have every reason not to go in for Ivan Toney and to get in Brian Brobbey. And Ten Hag will tell them in broad daylight that we need more money to spend in other areas than spending on a centre forward. You know, last season we spent 70 million pounds on a centre forward. Why don't we go in for a centre forward who will cost us like 30, 40 million pounds? Why should we go in for a centre forward of 100 million pounds? Yet we are having positions that are really lacking. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is expected to leave the club of Man United in the summer, and we need a right back. We need a central defender, you know, and we need another midfielder, you know. So those three players I'm going to have to talk about. We'll see Man United spend close to 200 million pounds because to get in a competent centre back, you know, but I think Todibo, we can get him at like 40, 50 million pounds. A right back who is really good, like Frimpong, averages 40 to 50 million pounds, that is 100. A midfielder that is really of world class, you'll get him at like 80 million pounds, that is 180. Now, that's where the transfer of Brian Brobbey helps us, that we can really get in a striker at like 30 million pounds, meaning that at 210 million pounds, we'll be done and dusted as we try to move on players at the club of Manchester United. So that is it coming in through from none other than the side or the man himself, that is Ivan Toney, and I like that. This is what I want to like. I want to see people who know football arguing at this wavelength. Trust me, such scenarios wouldn't happen at the club of Man United in the era of John Mata, Richard Arnold, because they looked naive. When they went to interview Erik ten Hag in Ajax Amsterdam, it turned out that Erik ten Hag knew more about what they knew about the game. And those cannot be the boss of Erik ten Hag. Ten Hag needs to be having bosses that can challenge him, you know? So, I'm excited about that. And let's wait and see who comes in through. Either Brian Brobbey or Ivan Toney. But for me, the bigger picture is I would love that boardroom conversation, boardroom argument, you know, on who is really right and who is really wrong. You know, that is really exciting. Let's go to Dan Gore. Having gone ahead to complete his move to Port Vale, or Valley, they've gone ahead to let us know that they've gone really well. He has said they've gone really well. I trained on Monday and Tuesday. That was good. I worked hard. From the first time I came to see the place and meet everyone, I knew straight away, I got a feeling it was like a family. I've seen Port Valley and they play good football. So Dan Gore is one of the youngsters who is really 19 years of age. He made his debut when you're playing against Crystal Palace, and against Aston Villa he came on through in that game that we won 3-2, and he's really one of those players that, you know, he's going to be a very big player into that midfield. And trust me, if he performs very well and really returns to the preseason of Man United and is really at that level, Ten Hag might not be tempted to obviously go ahead and really bring in another midfielder because he'll be trusting the player. And Ten Hag has shown us that when he trusts you for good, and he gives you a go on what you want. So for me, Dan Gore, I wish you the best of luck as a player at the club of Man United. And I think that if he continues to obviously get himself well, no one is going to stop his career from really thriving. The other player that has gone ahead to obviously leave the club of Man United on loan is Redik Vitek, who has gone ahead to sign a new deal at Man United until 2027 and will join League 2 side Accrington Stanley on a loan deal until the end of the season. That is it. So he also goes ahead to join that side, and we've gone ahead to do some good business when it comes to obviously letting these players go on loan, and I think it's really great, and we should see many of these players sold during the summer transfer window and create space for the new recruits coming in from the academy, because the academy has been bloated with players of 18, 19 years of age, and we need to obviously clear out the deadwood and those that can obviously not get into the first team. Now, these players, these two have gone ahead to join Donny van de Beek, Jordan Sancho, Hannibal. There is Emirhan. There is Olayede. Which other guy has been loaned? We've loaned close to 10 players right now as a club of Man United, and I really find it very sane, and it's really getting to where we want to be. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Tell me your thoughts about that. Ivan Toney to Man United interest, and Brian Brobbey. Ten Hag wants Brian Brobbey. INEOS want Ivan Toney. What do you make about it? And are you okay with us not getting in any player during the January transfer window? What do you talk about Dan Go's first interview at Port Valley? May the living God bless you abundantly. Rokan David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later. That video of the day. I think I've gone ahead to serve you right today, and most of you are really excited. You never know, late in the night we might obviously come in through with another video. Rokan David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later. The Muslims, Juma Karim, because in my country right now it's a Furahi day.